EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
36-yard line.
Austin is there and brings in another one. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the
Vic to the air again. There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
19 target, 60 average, 60 hiking, 18. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
It'll be Vic once more. There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Vic to throw it. And it's caught. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Johnson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 2-yard line. Ready. Go.
To Johnson again. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Bowers. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
7 Pirates, 7 Pox, Buffalo 86, 79 Bro. Here we go. Mustang 19.
To throw, Vick. End zone call. Touchdown, Seattle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll send the tight end in motion. A give to Pollard running left. And he's able to plow forward out to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And a return will stop right around the 25.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Here's Fuller with a catch. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. To about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Pollard. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Off the play fake, Vick. Connects with Fuller on the crossing pattern. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action now, Vick. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And down inside the 15 he goes. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now here's Vick. He'll get this complete to Senate, the tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Ready,
3rd and 2.
18, Pioneer, 79, 75. Let's go. Go.
Here's Vick. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
19 Lions.
Again, it's Vick. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From a yard out. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 21-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. So here's Vick following the interception. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Vick with the incompletion on 1st down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. But you can bite off more than half the field on one play. Things are definitely working in your favor.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow will throw. And it is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's taken in by Callaway. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Cardinals.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
And they run the option on second down.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
60 Mavericks, 19 Lions, pass to 11, pass to 11. Go!
Here's Burrow. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Garrett Wilson
From 8 yards out.
and the Cardinals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Cardinals 7.
Following Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Vic now. Screen play, Johnson. Room here to run. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Mustang 19, Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
They'll get that out wide to Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
19-yard line.
Left, ready.
To the right side and caught by Simmons. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Seahawks are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Burrow looking to pass. Throw left. The ball comes out. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Vic now after the fumble recovery. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Up the middle, Johnson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
First down.
Viking 18.
Vic readies to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Wide open receiver complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. First down, here's Mitchell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing Vic. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there's a college football. Selma man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. Yeah, I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off, let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He finds Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. He finds his man, Pollard. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Go street. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
They're hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
The Seahawks, they are moving on as we say so long, everybody.